That was not me. I did not do that fade out.
All right. Happy Monday. Happy growth call, guys. Welcome.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Look at all the videos turned on. Let's see if we can get a full front page of videos on. So take a minute, clear your space, clear your mind, put your hair back, Steve LeBlanc, and let's get those videos on. Let's go, let's go. I don't care what your hair looks like.
We got a really good call. I know we say this every week, but we really do have a great call. Really great
That's
call
because
today. So we're gonna
Nate
dive
Dickey's
in.
creeping on Camille. That's why he's in the background creeping.
Look at that, Nate Dickey. He always creeps in.
Look at creeping. What's up? We missed you.
All right, you guys ready for a really good call this week?
Oh, let's get those videos. Come on, come on, come on.
Very good call. How good. How great.
All right. Love it.
Okay.
I love to see a lot of our Ignite fans here too, Brooke. You notice? Notice anyone?
I do. Who is in Ignite this morning? Raise your digital hand. I see Alexander. We had some mind-blowing moments.
Tony, I see you. All right, Brooke, let's take it away. Are our guest speakers here?
I do. I see one Mataroso in the house. Who's the Mataroso joining me today? I see you. I'm going to spotlight you, and I'm going to spotlight me. Hi, my friend. Hi, Mindy.
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us on the growth call. If you guys don't know me at home, sorry. We've got some new faces on here. So let me just introduce myself real quick. I am Brooke Silva, not Silver with a Mass accent. I am your regional technology trainer. And today I am joined by DNA Group. And I am so excited to have them here. One, I got to be brought into the KW ecosystem with these guys. They were one of the first sets of people I met because my first week was family reunion, New Orleans. And these are the first people I met when I got there. So I am so excited to have you on. So why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, and tell us a little bit about you.
So first of all, thanks for having us. And lucky you, Brooke, that we were the first ones you got to meet in New Orleans. Couldn't have planned better.
I know, right?
My name is Arthur. David, who's not here right now, is my brother. And we run a team out of Keller Williams Andover. It's a DNA Realty Group. One of the top teams in this office. We've been selling real estate for about 12 years. This year, we'll finish off close to 100 transactions. You could see Mindy behind me. That's our executive admin, and we have a small team, a couple of buyer's agents, as well as an ISA, and we outsource some transaction coordinators as well.
Now, when you guys first started, can you tell me a little bit about how, first of all, you guys have such a unique story, but we don't have enough time for that today. But how did you start out? Did you come in with a team and boom, exploded? Or what did that look like when you first came into KW as agents?
Oh, when I started out, we were cashing checks and making it rain. No, I'm just kidding. It was a long journey. In the beginning, we got our license in about 2009. I started doing rentals in Boston, and then 2010, I linked up with my brother. It was at another company, and that first year, we sold one house. That's all we did. It was two of us. We both had other jobs. I forget, he always had odd jobs. He was a barber, and I was working as a manager at Stop and Shop. And we literally, like the next year, that full year, we did one deal. The next year, we did five the whole year. So we had a full-time job, and we were doing real estate. Then the next year we did 11, and we're like, "Ooh, we doubled," but still, it wasn't enough money to do real estate full time or survive. And we just kept going on that track. Eventually, we decided we wanted to build a team, and that's when we came to KW. That was about 2013, and we started to build a team. Did it all wrong, failed, learned, and then started to sell. Focus on selling again. And recently, I would say about 2 to 3 years ago, we started rebuilding the team concept. And this time it worked. And the reason why it worked this time is because we implemented everything we learned, but we also improved as people. You got to improve as a leader. I think when you begin selling real estate in the beginning, you're probably horrible at it, like we were. At least we were. Maybe you're better than us. But you learn the skill of selling real estate. It's a learnable skill. And I think leadership is like that too, at team building. At first, when you start anything, you're going to be pretty bad at it. But over a while, you get good, And this year, we're blessed to have close to 100 transactions. We have a great team culture, lots of camaraderie. And we have a pretty good high price point too, which helps us a lot.
Now, question for you. You talked about having to grow as leaders. So, what you're saying is you tried to reinvent the wheel and get creative maybe in the beginning, and now
Oh
you're.
yeah, for sure. I think that it's a completely different skill set, leadership and coaching agents, and than it is from selling, closing transactions. And you need a completely different mindset when you're out there selling versus when you're out there helping develop people and make them better, right? Succeeding through others is a lot different than succeeding by yourself. And I would probably argue that for me personally, the latter is easier. Like I always struggle with the fact that I feel I can go out and sell X transactions because now I've developed that skill over years, and it takes a lot of effort for me to help other people succeed. But at some point we're all gonna plateau, whether you're growing a team or you're not, and you're gonna hit your limits, right? Like the MREA says, and then you have to decide: are you gonna go from entrepreneurial to purposeful, and break through that ceiling to go to the next level? And if I showed you the chart of our production, you could literally see it when we went from 0 to like 6 million, and then we stopped, and then we had to learn, redevelop, then we went to 10 million, then we stopped, learn, redevelop, and you could see the different plateaus. And this year we'll be lucky, we'll do over $40 million in closed volume.
Wow.
Repetition.
Wow. So, what do you think sets your team apart from other teams in your area? Because people know you. Like when you're in that area, you guys have a huge following. So what are a few things that set you guys apart from other groups or teams?
We're still active in the business, so we do a lot of business. I think that's one big thing. The other one is team culture. This time around, we have a great team culture, which I love. We all get along. We all focus a lot on giving, but I think the reason why we're known is because if you YouTube DNA Realty Group or for sale by owner calls, the way we started and built the business was literally cold calling FISBOs and expireds. And you could see one of my brother David, who's not here right now, one of his videos has over 100,000 views, and there's another one of me teaching a class. Actually, my first class at Keller Williams that I taught, that video has like 45,000 views. So YouTube is really how a lot of people know us, because they'll look us up and they're like, "Oh, I've seen you before. I watched your video. That's how I learned to cold call." But what keeps us relevant is that we're always looking and reinventing the wheel, right? So we learn expires and FISBOs, but then we look at the technology and where the internet lead market is going, and we adjust accordingly, right? We're always pivoting. And social media, that's really the glue that gets us out there, because we're always posting content. If you follow us, it's like, hey, look, I'm showing this house, just hired this agent, whatever it may be. And I think if you follow us on social media, you will see all of the content that we post, and it's pretty consistent. And we've been doing that for years. When we realized like it's important to stay relevant and in front of our clients, we built our business the old school way, picking up the phone and calling. And then what we've realized is that the consumer is changing. So they may not always answer the phone call, right? So you may call them, they may not answer it, but they're always on Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram. So you have to go to where the consumer is going. And I think that's super important if you want to stay relevant.
You know what else I noticed that you guys do a lot of, because I've obviously been following you guys for ages, is you always post your videos to YouTube and then you post the links. Can you explain a little bit behind why you do that?
Yeah, the reason why we do that is to drive traffic to our YouTube channel, because we have a pretty big following on our YouTube channel. And again, some videos have thousands of views, some have none or one or two. And I think it's not about the views or the likes. It's really about getting your message and your image out there over a long period of time, right? If you watch Gary Vee, he talks about him posting on YouTube for years and years and years with getting no actions, no results, no likes, and maybe no views. But that's not what it's about. It's getting your message out there, and people get to see you and what you're doing.
I love that. So now we may have some agents on the call who are looking to take that next step. Maybe they've gone, oh, your brother's joining right now. Maybe
Too
they've
late.
taken
I
that
stole the
step.
show.
I know, right? It's not his show anymore. It's all you, baby. So maybe they've taken that step and they've taken career visioning, or they've started to talk to leadership because they're ready to take the next step in growth. What is one piece of information or advice you could give someone who's looking to start a team or go take their production even to the next level? Give me some Mataroso wisdom.
All right, I got you. I like how you said one piece of information because that's really what it is. When I first took career visioning or any other class for that matter, there's so much content and information that comes at you. And I want to say it like this, like everything in those classes will work if you do it consistently over a long period of time. The problem is most people get overwhelmed and they do nothing. So you
Yeah.
got to figure out, where am I in this business and what is my right next step, my right next move for me, right? And that is what you go to work on for that quarter, maybe even 6 months or maybe even a year until you execute that. And just I'll give you some examples. Like at one point we said we're going to do cold calling, right? For years we mastered calling expireds and FISBOs. And then the market changed and it wasn't so easy. You weren't getting 40 expireds a day. You were getting maybe 4 or 1. So when the market changed, we had to adjust our strategy, right? So then we went out and we said, we're going to learn how to network. It took us years to build that skill, right? And then now as the times are changing, like the internet is here, it's here to stay. So we implement an internet lead strategy until we get really good at it and become effective. And you could do that with everything. Like if you took career visioning, you may say for the next 30 days, I'm going to KPA 30 people or something that's reasonable that you think you could do over a long period of time. And I think that success is really just a bunch of habits done consistently over a long period of time. And you have to break it down to super, super simple. So for example, when we were selling, and we still are, my goal was to meet 2 buyers and 2 sellers each and every week face to face, because I know if I get you face to face, I'll convert, right? And now that we're growing a team, it's about having a lunch or a coffee every day. So that's my metric, right? It's actually twice a week. So my goal is to meet a new agent for lunch or coffee twice a week. It's that simple. So last week I didn't do that. I failed, right? I didn't move the needle towards my goal. But it's an easy metric, super easy to quantify, and you can look at it every week and say, did I do that or didn't I do that? So turn that, whatever you want to implement it, turn it into a habit, put it in your iPhone, do it every day until you get good at it.
I love that. And I love that you said it's you got to break it down, because we coming to KW, nobody ever leaves for lack of education, my friend. Right?
No.
There is never, nobody leaves for lack of information or education, but it can be overwhelming. And I always say in my classes, 1% better every day. Take one thing. What is one thing you're going to take from something today and institute it in your business immediately? And those are your pearls of wisdom, your nuggets of wisdom. I can't imagine trying to implement everything you learn every single day on the next day.
No.
So thank you. I know, have you been on the growth call before, or is this your first jump into the growth call?
This is my first time.
Well, welcome. We
Thank
give
you,
you,
thank you.
I am so excited that you talked about your social media, that you talked about the growth. That's what this call is all about, is helping our agents in the region grow through social media. And you guys have such a fantastic social media footprint. I know when I get notifications, because I turn on notifications for you guys, I get excited because you're putting something out that I never know what it's going to be. Is it going to be market stats? Is it going to be a property? Is it going to be words of wisdom from David? I just love watching
Those are the
you
best
guys.
ones, is the words of wisdom from David.
I love them. I know he's on and he's probably going, oh, Brookie. So stay on. We're going to go over all the fun things. If you guys have questions for Arthur or David, please pop them in the chat. And I know he's going to be watching the chat and we'll help answer them as we go too. But we've got a ton of information to roll through today to get through to you guys. And we want to give away some good stuff. So Arthur, thank you. Love you guys as always. Thank you, Mindy, for getting everyone on the call and organized. We appreciate everything you do in the background to keep these guys on track.
If it wasn't Mindy, I don't know. If it wasn't for Mindy, I don't know where we'd be.
See, a good hire makes all the difference, right?
All the difference.
Take that CV. All right, thank you. I'm going to unpin you and mute you, and then Cassie and I are going to hit that information. All right, Cassie, you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right,
All
Brooke.
right. Let's take it away. All right, so we are in the winter season, and this is where you guys capitalize on going from database to data bank. Okay, so here's how we're going to get our database all checked in and ready for 2022, so that way you can't come at me fist flying that you have nobody to send these beautiful emails to. Okay, so via Facebook or text. Hey Cassie, hope you're well. I'm just doing my annual year-end data bank cleanup, and it appears I am missing your birthday. Would you mind sharing it with me so I can get you some goodies on your birthday or whatever you want to add? Also, if you're interested, I'm happy to send over some market trends for your neighborhood if you're curious about real estate trends in the area. Now, Cassie, that was a text or a Facebook message. Did that hurt?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Could easily, like, if you are a phone person, could easily be a phone call too. Whatever you're most comfortable with. This is a simple copy and paste, however you want to do it.
Absolutely. And I will add, guys, that Marty Miller has 2 smart plans in the library called missing phone number and missing email. Set it and forget it, and the info will come in. All right, for Tuesday, it says Q3 results are in. Keller Williams glides through the quarter with exponential worldwide sales volume and agent growth. Did you guys throw those tongue twisters in there at me on purpose to see how I would mess that up? So you'll copy and paste that link right into your Facebook, and that icon will appear because of how the website is set up. So as soon as you paste that link, it will pop in that graphic for you, and you don't even have to do anything else. It will take them right to the article for them to read out front. And if you haven't read it, please make sure you take a quick read. All right, next one. Did you know? I love these. This is our vocab. So you would click there to download the graphic, and this one's about a lease back. So click your digital hand if you've ever been in a transaction where there was a lease back. Go ahead and click your little, or a heart or some type of emoji, or put it in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So a lease back is an agreement between the buyer and the seller, where the buyer allows the current homeowner to live in the home after the sale is complete for a designated time period. The buyer and the seller must agree to the terms before entering escrow. Usually a deposit is held at the title company for the duration of the lease back. So that's an interesting term in this market right now. All right. This or that. And Steve LeBlanc, remind me to talk to you in a hot second, sir. So for Thursday, our this or that this week is home design. Would you rather have a spacious kitchen island or a walk-in pantry, seating or storage? Drop a note with your preference below. And so quick, put it in the chat. Would you rather have, you can't have both, Cassie. I knew you were going to say that because I do that to Jen all the time. You have to pick one. You have to pick one. Kitchen island? Nope, you can't have both, friends. It's A or B. It's A or B. You have to pick. Island, pantry.
I will say, I think I have to go with the island. I have one at home right now, and I don't have a walk-in pantry, and I don't think I could live without that island. It's such a good gathering spot.
Isn't it? And it's funny, everybody goes to the kitchen. No matter where we go at people's houses, it's always the kitchen.
Everyone's always
Erica likes the pantry so she can hide from her kids. That's great. That's how about
I don't have kids yet, so maybe that's why I choose the island over the pantry. We'll see.
Is Mr. Steve LeBlanc still on the call?
Here I am.
Hey, friend. So let's talk about your Cranberry Post.
Oh,
how did it go?
Oh, hold on. I think it was mostly everybody wanted the whole berry fresh. I'm really disappointed in my friends.
I'm really disappointed in your friends as well for you, because this was a big thing for you. But let's talk about engagement for a minute. You got a lot of engagement on that post.
Okay.
But you did. But again, so now what did you do with that information?
I took people off my friends list because they don't like it from the can.
That's not the answer.
I know. I don't think I can convert them to canned cranberry
How many
sauce.
pot buys of cranberry canned
Oh,
sauce
God.
are you doing?
There's a great idea right there. Or a bag of fresh.
Or a bag of fresh cranberries. So there you go with the recipe. But guys,
Oh, but
if you have an idea for a this or that like Steve did, please, please, please email into us. We would love to add your ideas to the different marketing pieces. So thank you, Steve, for adding that in for us. We laughed the whole time we did that post. Cassie, what else do we
Yes.
want to add today about?
I have a couple things actually, because one, the Cranberry Post completely cracked me up. And I will say, we had an early Thanksgiving at my parents' house yesterday, and we had the cranberry sauce, but it was in the fridge, both kinds. And we're like cleaning up the dishes, putting everything away, open the fridge to go put something in. And there's the cranberry sauce. And none of us even remembered that it was like, no one missed it, which is crazy because we're all like, we love cranberry sauce. It's crazy. Like, how can we forget about it? But and the whole time, all I could think about after we realized was like the post the whole time.
Hysterical.
Something else I want to add, I started doing the post myself about a month or so ago. I don't know why it took me so long. But I also did, like, has anyone here, raise your hand, digital with your hand, or however you want to do it. Like, do you ever go into Kelly and type in profit share to see what your profit share was for the last month? Does anyone like know about that? Or there's probably people out there that don't know about that. So if you go into Kelly, download Kelly, you log in, you type in profit share, and she tells you how much profit share you brought in last month. And then you can also, I think it's year to date, and also pops up your year to date total for profit share. So I did that. I screenshotted it, posted it as a story on my Instagram and Facebook. And I actually, because I'm challenging myself to build my downline, which in an administrative role can be a little difficult sometimes. 2 people reached out to me just like, what is that? Like, they're not realtors, they're not with KW, they had no idea. They're like, why are you posting this? And that was for October. So wherever, October 21st, those same 2 people reached out to me last week. One, I was able to refer her. She's looking to buy a house. And the other one, he has a house, but he's just looking for more information about like home equity and whatnot. So I was able to connect him with a lender. So like, it was so simple, just a quick screenshot, added it to my post, like without any extra whatever. And I was able to have 2 real estate conversations and hopefully have a referral out of it. So I just wanted to share that with everybody because that's
I love
a
that.
super simple, once, the 21st of every month, put it in your calendar and go do that.
I love that because we have so many people in our ecosystem here who are not producing agents but have the ability to have profit share or refer if you are a licensed admin. So there's so many ways we can talk about what we do and get our story out, and that's just one more way. The other thing is, did you guys know that there are ways you can win extra entries into winning all of our prizes? Did you? You didn't, did you? Cassie's gonna pop up the link. So when you guys fill out this form, it adds extra entries. I do think it's pinned in the top of our Growth Call Facebook group as well. But when you submit these entries, we give you extra entries into our drawings at the end of every Growth Call. So make sure those help us to figure out, okay, did we hit the mark with this week's stuff or did we bomb? But again, copy, paste, put it on your Facebook, your social media. We're watching. We are friends with so many of you and we follow your business pages and love, love, love seeing it. All right, Cassie, what are we giving away this week?
We are going to give away one of our Onward branded KW New England t-shirts. And that is going out to number 128 to Samantha M out of Merrimack Valley. Samantha, are you on the call with us today?
Samantha, I see your name. Are you on?
While we wait for Samantha to chime in, resources are in the chat and they'll be posted in the Facebook group as well. Hi, Samantha.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brooke, any questions for Samantha?
Samantha, is this your first growth call or have you been joining us all along?
I join a couple times a month.
Yay! Well,
Love that.
congratulations. What has been your favorite post so far that you've used?
I always like the this or that. They do cause people to comment on your post.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming and thanks for playing along. Cassie, anything we want to add for these guys besides get your family reunion tickets before the pricing goes up if you plan on going?
That's it. Get your family reunion tickets, post out the social media, and fill out the form each week for a chance to win.
Oh, Jen, do you have anything? Or are we good?
We're good, guys. Great call today. And thank you to our speaker and congratulations, Samantha. That's awesome.
All right. Have a great week, everybody, and happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Go put those posts out.
Woo! Yeah,
Go get it.
get it.
Have a great day, guys.